In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets, coming to you live on location with John Wayne. I think we've kind of take a step up from Stone Cold slightly up to John Wayne. I think. Exactly. Speaking of pilgrims, I got my guy Drew Gann here with me, hanging out today. Drew, how's it going in the hills and hollers of Tippah County?
It's good. It's good. It's another dreary day, but you know, I've got plenty of work to do. I'm staying busy. That makes the day go by really quick. I keep thinking, I look at myself in the little monitor here, which is never recommended if you look like me. Just don't ever find a reflection of yourself. But just something about my hat just feels like it sits funny on my head. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's like I look like Gomer Pyle over here. But maybe it's just the shape of my head. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it is what it is with the hat. Imagine being me when I have two choices here. I have to look at my ugly reflection or look at your ugly reflection. And so I just look at the comments the whole time, hoping y'all can keep me entertained. So I ain't got to look at either one of us.
Can we just put John Wayne on the screen? Do us all a favor. Just bring John Wayne up, set him in front of your face, and we'll pretend John Wayne is the commentator today.
I mean, that could be worse. You know, I can think of a lot of worse guys to be on the show than John Wayne. And I'm looking at two of them.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the GOAT.
The real John Wayne would be a very boring podcast guest.
Well, right now in his current state, absolutely.
Mr. John, what do you think about the state of the Grizzlies? I wouldn't wake up for that.
Oh, buddy, we've got lots of Grizzlies news to talk about today. We actually got a good, positive Grizzlies story today, which is wild. We hadn't had good Grizzlies news in a hot minute.
It's because we're not talking about basketball play. We're talking about human interests.
Exactly. Edward asked a good question. I wonder how the first guy who saw his reflection reacted to seeing himself. I've got a little Neanderthal shelf on my forehead, so it probably looked somewhat similar to this. Maybe only slightly uglier, but it was going to be pretty close. So if it looked like that, he's probably upset.
It punched the water, that's for sure. That's my favorite question is, how did you find out that what came from the cow's udder was delicious? You know?
Yeah.
Like, at what point, who tried it the first and why?
I mean, who was the first one to look inside of a shell and say, I'm gonna eat that booger and see what it tastes like?
Life's best mysteries.
I got questions that I don't know that I need to know the answer to be honest with you.
That's going to be our book. When we've been doing this podcast for 15, 20 years and get famous and whatnot, we're going to write a little coffee table book. It's just like life's biggest questions, according to the $2. And
oh God, that'd be a coffee table bestseller. I appreciate that. Well, hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. Zach Edey highlights here hopping in. Yeah, he had to be really hungry, I guess, in the back. I was going to say happy Wednesday, everybody, from Zach Edey highlights. Appreciate you being here, buddy. But like, people were foraging for survival back in the day, our ancestors, remote ancestors. So I've done some weird things and wild things when I was hungry, but I've never looked at an animal and been like, I wonder what I can squeeze out of that. To make
the weird things we do when we're hungry is order too much at McDonald's at too late of an hour. You know, that's our weird things. Back when they were swinging sticks and whatnot, you know, they were. I mean, they tried everything. I'm sure. I
mean, they were just swinging sticks in your front yard trying to chop down a tree last week. That guy, that wasn't that long ago.
That guy was he was closely related to our ancestors. The self prescriptions he was taking put him on the ancestral plane. That's
it. Sure. So, you know, whenever you go to date a chick from Arkansas, that's what I told one of my best friends in PG school is before you get too deep off in it, make sure her family tree forks, right? You don't want a straight line. Well, this fella who was trying to chop down that tree has a straight line connection to the Neanderthal ancestors we all have.
He was like, hammer. Me have hammer. As he swings a limb at the tree.
The best part, like, I wish I could see this video because it is the most effortless swing. Like, it's just like a little like you know when you're
he
a
ain't
kid,
paying me enough to do this.
When you got that little wiffle ball bat and you're just kind of like bouncing it off the house or the step and it's just making that little boink, boink. That's what it felt like. It was the most effortless, just like board swing I have ever seen.
He was definitely just trying to make it to 5 o'clock.
Homo erectus, as Edward says here. He was a very direct connection to our Neanderthal ancestors.
All right, I'm texting you. I'm resending you the video if you want to put it up for later.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, listen, this is what you get with the $2. A, you get what you pay for. B, you get buffoonery before you get any kind of actual real life sports talk. And so this is what we do. We're two best friends for over a decade, as Drew is prone to say, and we just spend the first little bit catching up. And that's what y'all are.
I just start laughing all over again. It's been a good start. I've been in a good, happy mood since the show started because as the intro music's playing, I'm watching the video of Mick Cronin just targeting a poor little beat reporter and going such to the nth degree, little man syndrome.
I mean,
the whole, hey, are you raising your voice to me? As the guy's just responding. It's like,
I mean, that's it. Like he doesn't know the difference in tone and inflection, and the guy's just responding to him. And in the ultimate example of little man syndrome, he just snaps.
If that's not marriage in a nutshell, it's like I can't tell you the amount of times I've looked at my wife and I said, "Don't listen to how I say it. Listen to what I'm saying."
That's it.
Like, I mean, I'm sorry I snapped, but what I said was legitimate.
Maggie and I've had that conversation so many times where like sometimes I'm convinced that my ears don't work the same as hers. She'll hear something and I'm like, I don't think, and I'll own it because if she heard it, that's her perspective, that's her side of it. But in my head, it went way different than how it come out of this big old mouth of mine, which is probably why, my mouth often moves faster than my noggin does, which is no surprise to anybody been on the show for a while.
As does cold molasses.
That's true. Speaking of cold molasses, I do have the video here. We'll get to that here in a minute, but y'all watching and just observe.
These guys, I paid money to cut down a tree.
This is how infamous
Bubba,
video.
keep swinging that stick.
I mean, he's not even swinging it hard. Like, it's just like a little tap.
Well, maybe it's because he knows he's just the hired hand here. And he's following orders. And look at this car. You see the car coming down the hill? He registers that. And he's like, these people are looking at me swinging a stick at a tree trunk. At a stump.
And I'm just like a little tippity tap, just like he's trying to putt across the green. Like he's like chipping from 10 yards. We're not trying to drive it down the fairway here. He's gonna be chipping away with that. until the next evolutionary advancement, of our species.
I'm Joe Mullinax. And what's funny is you saw the road there in which the car was coming from. When they left, they grabbed a chainsaw and their rope and exited the same way that car was coming from, just right down the road. I don't know. I'm sure they called Uber. There's no Uber in Ripley, but they called Mama and said, "Hey, we're done."
She said, "Meet me at Jack's. I'll get you a biscuit and we'll go home."
Oh man.
Oh, but that is the $2 Sports Show. That's what you get with the $2 Sports Show here live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central. We are proudly brought to you by FanDuel. We'll get you some FanDuel odds here in just a little bit. But Drew, we did get some Grizzlies news today that is quite good news for those that are all in on the tank like everybody else.
We are the $2, and this is our show. It is the Wednesday Hump Day edition of the $2 Sports Show, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook and all of our lovely sponsors. You will see in a commercial break in just a minute ago. If you like this show, please give us a thumbs up on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so that you don't have to keep up with the time. I know that's a real pain in the butt sometimes. YouTube will just notify you anytime the $2 or any Bluff City Media show comes on. And if you really want to show us love, and this is just for the MVPs here, go shop at the people who sponsor this show. We don't charge a dime for any of this, and these people advertise with us because they know we have a good audience. Mm-hmm. And so if you could help us, if there's a way that you can help us the most, go to Carway, go to Grade A Pest Control, get you a quote, tell them you heard about them from Bluff City Media. That helps us out more than anything.
Exactly. And come out this Saturday night to Grind City Brewing for our next iteration of a watch party. We have got a jam-packed day planned for everybody at Grind City Brewing on Saturday. The Grizzlies play at Miami, but that doesn't mean you can't come out and watch them. Have a beverage with your with your friends. I just uploaded. Anyway. I'll get the image loaded for after commercial break. But they're having a frosted event. We're dropping 5 brand new beers for one day only. There's going to be live music starting at 2:30. There's a raffle giveaway, including Grizzlies tickets. 2 tickets to a Grizzlies game in March. You're going to be giving away. And the way you earn raffle tickets is you show up, you buy beers, and every beer you get gets you 1 entry into the raffle. And so come, get lit, win some Grizz tickets, have a good time at Grind City Brewing at the Frosted.
The guy that's going to win it, y'all going to have to roll him out of there in a wheelbarrow.
He won't remember he won the tickets, and so I'll probably just get to hang on to him, which is...
Well, just staple him to his chest.
That's it. That's it.
Like, yes, sir. You know,
what is this? What is this? There's going to be...
pit.
Yeah. There's going to be so many other great prizes and fun things to do and hang out. Again, live music, great beers. I don't know what the flavors are, but there's going to be some really cool new beers dropped in frosted glasses. I mean, I don't know what more you could ask for. It's going to be incredible.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Super unpopular opinion. I never get the frosted mug if given the opportunity.
What a miss, man. What a miss.
Yeah. I don't. I look. That looks amazing, and I know that I'm in the vast minority here. But if you go to the Mexican restaurant, like for instance, me and Haley went. We had Valentine's Day, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time. It's been a while, and he asked me. He said, "Draft or bottle?" Or no, it comes in a bottle. He asked if I wanted a frosted mug, and I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. Just." Take the little gold shavings off the top of it so they don't get in my mouth, and Modelo was gold.
Frosted mug for my Negra Modelo or my whatever I get in me Toros. I like the cold chilled mug. It's just really nice. It's gonna be great on Saturday here at Grind City Brewing. Again, they're gonna have the frosted mugs for you to try their 5 new beers. As you can see, live music, ton of raffles, giveaways. It's gonna be a great event. Tip offs at 7. Come hang out with us. Listen. You can come hate watch the Grizzlies. That's fine. Yeah. Or you can come root for us to go winless for Wagner. collapse for Cam, disaster for Debansta, whatever your hashtag of choice is there, come watch it live with us on Saturday. We can commiserate over some of the best beers in the city with one of the best views in the city of the Pyramid and the
Yes,
Embry.
it's true.
You all come hang out. It's going to be an awesome time at Grind City Brewing. But, Drew, speaking of, I guess, a disaster, we're hoping that what's going to happen is a disaster for Orlando, since the Phoenix pick continues to stay well out of the lottery. And today we got a little wink and nod from the basketball gods with Franz Wagner being sidelined indefinitely for the Orlando Magic after recent tests show that he requires additional time and rehab for his soreness in his left high ankle sprain. Shout out to Edward. He texted to me right before we went live as I was uploading it. Appreciate you looking out for us. But it looks like the Magic are going to be out with one of their better offensive players for a while, Drew. And they sit just outside of the lottery, currently in 17th. And everybody knows the lottery, it ends at 14. So 3 places outside of the lottery for the Magic. Hopefully this helps us get another lottery pick, Drew.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to tank. They would have to go into the dumpster. And I don't think that the Orlando Magic are capable of bottoming out, because to bottom out to the degree in which it would take to get them into the lottery, it would have to be purposeful. And they spent 3 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, got a 4th to get off KCP, and kind of push their chips in the middle. They're not just going to punt a season. I don't believe. And so I think you got to be happy. If they lost, and they failed to, if they stayed at 17 or even went down to 15 or 16, like, you want them to stay there, because you want the pick. If you package the 2, say the Grizzlies right now, they are the most likely odds that they pick at 8 and 17. And so 8 and 17 together with a future first could get you to 5 or 4, but if they get hot, 8 and 22 or 8 and 25, like, if there's a postseason run in there, like, that doesn't look as good. I don't think that Orlando's going to just they don't have a pick. We've got their pick.
Right. So I don't think they're going to purposely tank. And they are 2.5 games out of the lottery, which in NBA terms can be a decent amount. They're tied with Golden State at 2.5 out. Miami's a game. It's 2 games out. Portland is currently the last team in the lottery. And Zach Edey highlights is exactly right. There are too many other teams that are purposefully tanking. And I agree. Like, there's going to be guys drafted 10 to 20 that are going to be an all-star. That are going to be really good role players. That are going to be guys who can help build a franchise in this draft, which is quite possibly the deepest of our lifetime. If not definitely in the last recent memory.
Right.
And so whether that picks 15, 17, 18, I still feel really good about either A, picking somebody there, or B, it gives us a chance to trade up into the lottery if you can package that with some future assets.
Absolutely. And as we get closer to the lottery and get closer to the draft, what you just continue to hear is that what was once thought of as a deep, really, really good draft is only getting deeper and better. Like, Keaton Wagler was not on anybody's radar. Guys are just popping off and showing up. The Kingston Flemings went nuclear the other night, and there's a guy that was, he's marching his way up draft boards, which just has these preseason guys or early season guys who were 5, 4, 5, 6 overall, dropping down into the 7, 8, 10, 12 range. So there are going to be teams in the NBA draft as we get close to the draft, and the lineup is set, the draft card is set, that they're going to have a guy targeted that is not one of the top 3 guys, and they're going to be convinced they can get him at 8, 10, 11, 12. And, kind of like the Grizzlies did last year with Cedric Coward. That's just going to happen. And so, Orlando sucking would be nice, just to put a bow on it. I don't think that they get into the lottery by any chances.
Yeah, and just to kind of take a look at who is available in that 15 to 20 range where it looks like they'll end up landing. You got guys like Thomas Hall, the power forward from Florida, who's averaging 18 points, 6.5 rebounds. Jaden Quaintance from Kentucky, who's having a major resurgence coming back from injury, averaging 10.7 points and 10.7 rebounds for the Wildcats. Bennett Sturts, the point guard from Iowa, who's shooting
He's good.
over.
Ole Miss played him.
He's shooting 40% from three this year, and he's averaging 20 points a game, 4.5 assists a game. Not a bad pick there. Cameron Carr from Baylor is right there. Koa Pete makes me super nervous. Edward, he's a name that's here, and I saw him get hurt early in that Texas Tech game. I'm a little bit nervous about Arizona bigs, and maybe that's DeAndre Ayton's fault, just watching his up and down career. Maybe I'm holding that against him. I mean, it makes me a little nervous. Something about Koa Pete I'm not willing to go all in on, but the guy's 6'8", 235, averaging 18.7 boards. I mean, the eye test is there, but he just makes me a little bit nervous.
Is he Aaron Gordon to throw a Wildcat out there?
Could be Aaron Gordon. Hey, listen, I'd rather take the other guy, the Braden Burries, who's their assassin as their three-point shooter, who's also right there on Tankathon's big board. He's a 6'4" scorer, averaging 38% from three, 4.7 rebounds per game, and right at 19 points per game. He's a guy that I would rather take just because we need shooting for sure.
I want athletes. I will be a broken record. I'm not drafting a guy who is not athletic because he can shoot. I'm not. I've never seen the Burries guy play, so he may be a super athlete as well. I'm just telling you, if your main pro in the scouting report is can shoot the cover off the ball, may never touch the rim, I'm out.
Yeah, we've got enough. We've got Jalen Wells on this team, right?
I need athletes.
Like when in doubt, like you said this the other day, and it's really resonating. When in doubt, bet on the most athletic guy in the gym. Bet on the AJ DeBanstas. Bet on the Mikal Brown Jr.'s, the Darius A. Cups, the Keaton Walkers, guys who are just uber athletes.
If you
because
can
those guys can go get you a bucket.
Athletes with motors. That's how you end up with, Isaiah Stewart. Or maybe that's a bad. He's just a high motor guy. Maybe that's
he's not athletic.
Maybe I just put him as a high motor guy because he's always trying to fight. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's like high motor and super athletic. At worst, give me Derek Jones Jr., who can finish a lob and run the court.
And that's why my heart is hurting this morning. After going on a bit of a standing campaign for him, I hated to see my guy for Texas Tech, JT Toppin, go down last night with what looks likely an ACL injury. Would fit right in with the Grizzlies. I mean, he got hurt last night on national television, a non-contact, making a great, a very athletic move. Yeah, exactly. Very athletic move.
That may put him in a two-way conversation for the Grizzlies. Can we get him with the 54th pick?
Right, yeah. That's where he's projected on most big boards, is right around the 54th pick. And we love us a good late second round pick. But he made a very athletic move to the rim last night and didn't play. I think there was like 8 or so, maybe 10 minutes to go in the second half. Didn't play the rest of the game and still led the team with 20 points, 8 rebounds last night before going down. You hate to see it, but that was a guy that I was standing for with that second round pick. Athletic, high motor, and a guy who can finish at the rim. T's and P's to JT Toppin, and hopefully he gets well soon.
On JT Toppin? Why is he projected in the late second round if he's got a high motor, can finish in traffic, all those things you said?
So
is he
older.
5'7"?
No, he's 6'9". Okay. He's 230. He's older. It's his third year at Texas Tech. Free throw percentage, free throw rate, defensive rating is a negative. And projected NBA 3-point percentage are the negatives on Tankathon. He's a higher motor guy, but that's what it boils down to. It's the same thing with the Dalton Connects and all these guys that got knocked. He's an older guy. He's played 3 years. He was the Big 12 Conference Player of the Year last year, was the runaway favorite for it this year, and in the conversation for National Player of the Year. It's just going to be his age.
Yeah, I don't really subscribe to the age thing. Especially, it's one thing if you want to get the guy that's young early in the draft, like a Cooper Flag. Of course, the number 1 pick, maybe I don't want him to be 25 years old because that means he's a late bloomer and probably doesn't have the same ceiling as an 18-year-old one and done does. After you get past that batch of dudes, which is like maybe 8 to 10 guys in a draft that are like a lottery ticket, I don't mind like Dalton Connect didn't work out, but like that's where you get the Zach Eady's who are 25 years old. You just go get the good basketball players.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Eady was an older guy. Bennett Sturts from Iowa, 22, almost 23 years old. Like, you got some older guys in this draft as well. Lundenberg, the guy I like from Michigan, he's a senior. He had a rough day yesterday, but Michigan found a way to win. Otherwise, everybody else is 18, 19 years old. Cameron Boozer will be 19 when he's drafted. Louisville screwed it up. The only team that I got wrong, Louisville lost to SMU last night.
You should have listened to me. I had SMU money line.
Yeah, I wish you'd have told me that live and I could have changed it.
I just made it up off the top of my head.
Yeah, that one bummed me out. Jeremiah Brothers game last night, which, by the way, shout out to my brother Clark and the Alcorn Central Golden Bears for winning a playoff game last night, beating Holly Springs, who back in my day was a back-to-back state championship team that had multiple dudes 6'6" and taller, including a guy who was like 6'9", could jump out the gym. I remember they played Ripley in a North Half championship game, and it felt like watching two college basketball teams. This is back when Ripley was really good. They were really good. No shade to Clark and them, but that wasn't the Holly Springs that I grew up watching and playing against that once beat us by 60 on their home court. But shout out to Clark and Wilson McDonald. He's a Northeast commit, senior for Clark, scored his 2,000th point last night in a 28-point game, led the Golden Bears to a victory. They will take on used to be Louisville Central High School out of the Delta Saturday they're now Edward. What is the name of it now? J. Edwards High School.
I've never heard of them.
Let's
I
see.
do remember Louisville Central, though.
So it was Louisville Central. They're now called Thomas E. Edwards or just Edwards High School. They did a consolidation, and they all came in from that county and consolidated to Thomas E. Edwards. So it's the Delta School coming to Alcorn Central this Saturday. They play at 6 p.m. If they win, they then go to the North quarterfinals at ICC next week. So big ups to Clark and the Golden Bears. Hopefully y'all can get a win this weekend and keep it going.
I tell you what, you always hate to see the Delta teams in football. I don't know about basketball, because you run into Charleston or any of the Panola County teams. Or my goodness.
In baseball, you love to play them in baseball. It was always great when we would get linked with them in playoffs in baseball. It's like, we're going to go deep this year.
That was one of the things our senior year in baseball. We hosted, as the 1 seed, we hosted a team from the Delta, and they were just like, how about we just come to y'all? And if we happen to win one, y'all come to us for game 3. And we're like, okay.
That's fair. Yeah. We played Amanda Elsie, which was a victim of this consolidation in baseball my junior year. It was the same day as our prom. And we jumped out to like a 8 or 9-0 lead. I mean, we were just beating them to sleep. And so like we just started goofing off, like doing all this like, random stuff, fielding balls between our legs, whatever. Well, they came back and beat us in extra innings 9-8 because we got goofing off a little too much. And Coach Lyles made us run in the North Pontotoc parking lot for an hour, and we were all late to prom by about 2 hours because we decided to goof around and lose this Delta team. Yeah.
Coach Lyles was a real one.
I was about to say, he always had this saying that, like, it was the day that the Pope passed away. This was like 2004, 2005, 2004. And he always had a saying. He's like, y'all played so bad today, y'all make the Pope cuss. And I'll never forget, Drew, that day. Shout out to my Catholic brethren out there. I know this is like the Holy Week, but he said, I've had a lot of teams make the Pope cuss, but y'all the first ones to play so bad, y'all killed the SOB. And then we ran about 6 miles in the North Pontotoc complex.
Listen,
shout out.
He was our driver. He was our driver's ed teacher, and I'm talking about a character. When there was this little blonde-headed girl who's a cheerleader, and God help her. I mean, just an idiot. She would drive. She was scared to get too close to the edge of the road, so she would drive on the yellow line. And she finally got enough of her hitting those reflectors because the old driver's ed car just had no shocks at all. And you would just ride it like a wave all the way down the road. And she was just laying on those reflectors in the middle of the road. And he said, bleep, bleep, Katie, those things aren't targets.
That's amazing. That's
great. We'd have to go to Abe's every day to get him at lunch.
Yeah, and he was blind in one eye, couldn't see out the other, and he was our driver's ed teacher. God bless him. Oh, we are way off the rails here. But anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies are hoping for some draft lottery luck, and that comes back to, Drew, I'm looking at Tankathon at the remaining NBA strength of schedule, and it hurts my heart to see so many games for other teams where it's like easiest opponents remaining. 2 games against the Grizzlies, 1 game against the Grizzlies, 1 game against the Grizzlies, 2 against the Grizzlies. Like, that hurts my soul. But as we sit in heading back into play tomorrow night, NBA returns tomorrow night from the All-Star break. The Denver Nuggets currently have the toughest remaining strength of schedule. They still have to play the Thunder 3 times, the Spurs 3 times, and then the Celtics, Knicks from the Eastern Conference, Rockets, and they're counting the Lakers as 2 games of toughest opponents for the Nuggets.
They should.
The top 5 strongest remaining strength of schedule are the Nuggets, the Thunder, the T-Wolves, the Bulls, and the Celtics.
Dang it. I was really hoping the Grizzlies were going to be in there.
The Grizzlies are 15th, which is not awful. Like,
trust me, we're going to make it look like the toughest schedule.
We're going to make it look a lot worse than what it is. But the Memphis Grizzlies sit with the 15th toughest schedule. Unfortunately for the Grizzlies, the Orlando Magic sit with the 19th toughest schedule, getting a bit easier for the Magic as they play the back half of the season. But the Grizzlies we still have games against, 1 against the Thunder, 1 against the 1 against the Pistons, 1 against the Spurs. We have 1 against the Celtics, 2 with the Nuggets, the Knicks, and 2 with the Rockets as well.
Have we ever seen NBA teams purposefully shoot on the wrong goals, or will it happen for the first time Friday night against the Jazz? I think they're going to tip it off, and both teams are going to score 200 on the wrong basket. It'll be defending the wrong way. Like,
there's a real shot.
Stop giving us points. Stop giving us points.
I think what they're going to start going around. You know how they go around? They highlight people in the stands for different like games where you play like Grizz trivia, or you go on the court and you do the different things. They're going to go start picking some of us out to go play minutes in the game against the Jazz. Like, I'm gonna be sitting there in my seat with Maggie, and they're gonna snatch me up, put me in a jersey, and I'm gonna go get dunked on by Laurie Markkinen or whoever.
Will Hardy's gonna be like, all right, guys, here's the game plan.
Yeah.
Number 24, the little white guy, leave him open. G.G. Jackson, make him take 1 dribble and drive. Okay, give him room to get that first dribble and downhill. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right,
and then get out of the way.
And here's our new shorts. Here's our new uniforms. Our shorts have pockets in them. Put your hands in them. You got your AirPods? Throw them in.
That's it. Remember all those plays we practiced? Forget them. We ain't doing none of
it. Yeah, tip it off. I know we normally defend this basket. You know, you tip it off behind you, and you go this way, forward. Yeah. No more. We're going to tip it off, and we're going to go that way.
By the way, we signed a 1-day contract with former NBA player Brevin Knight. I know he's not going to be on the court, but you need to pass him the ball every time we get it.
Yes. I know he's wearing a suit and a headset, but I promise you, he's on our team.
He knows.
So you're going to see some legendary stuff in that game.
You know, part of me, I'm excited that I'm going to be there for that game because I will probably witness some things never seen before in the NBA. You know, I was there when John Morant went on the team on Halloween. I was there for we lost those back-to-back games in the last second at that Hawks game and that Knicks game. I was at both of those. I'm excited. I might get to see something I've never seen before. Like you said, goals in the buckets in the wrong goal, like teams actively trying to lose. It's going to be like the anti-Globetrotters, right? Where the Globetrotters do all these things that are impressive. We're going to be doing all these things that are just
we're going to try to be the Globetrotters without ever practicing our cool little moves. All jokes aside, the Grizzlies probably beat them by 30 because the Jazz are seasoned vets at this.
I mean, that's it.
Unless they're just scared to death to get $1 million fine or something. Like, the Grizzlies are going to win this game.
Yeah, I really think so. And then you look down to wrap up this conversation. The teams with the easiest remaining schedules, thankfully, are the Clippers because we don't need them losing any more games for the Thunder to get back into the lottery. Yeah, exactly. Jaren's going to be out there playing in a wheelchair.
You thought we were faking this injury to keep him from playing. No, we're still playing him.
The Clippers at 28, the Kings at 29. So the Kings are going to have a hard time hiding their tank. No, they're not. No, they're still going to do it. And then the Portland Trailblazers have the easiest remaining schedule in the NBA with multiple games against the Kings, the Wizards, the Pelicans, the Pacers, the Jazz, and the Nets. So we'll see how this shakes out. It's going to be an interesting back half of the season, Drew. And speaking of back half of the season, we're going to hit a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're just going to take a look at the NBA at large. We talk about the Grizzlies a lot. We've talked about some draft stuff for the Grizzlies this week. But I want to talk about, Drew, we're going to look at the NBA standings. We're going to look at the FanDuel odds for Eastern Conference champs, Western Conference champs, and we're just going to talk through what we think is going to happen on the back half of this NBA season. Y'all stick with us during this brief commercial break, and we'll be right back.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
Who do you want the Grizzlies to take if they pick first overall? I guess that should be the big question.
It's not even close for me. It's AJ DeBansta.
I'm there too. That's where I'm at.
Most athletic prospect, leads the NCAA in scoring. Offense is getting better. He still needs to get better, like off the dribble, shooting three ball. He's a great attacker and slasher, but things that will get better with actual NBA coaching. No offense to the coaches at BYU. I'm sure they're wonderful people.
Yeah.
But NBA coaching will help him with his handles, his three-point shot, his ability to create off the dribble. But you just there's so much raw upside with this kid, and it never hurts to just draft the most athletic kid at the top of the draft. He plays hard, he shows up for his team, he's a leader. I like this kid a whole lot.
Tune into The Daily Grind with your host, Lute Hatmaker, every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. live on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Grind City Brewing is the place to be this Saturday. It's frosted. One day, 5 brand new beers, and a stacked lineup with something for everyone. Kick off the afternoon with live music from Sunweight at 2:30. Then stick around because Bluff City Media is taking over with the Grizzlies Watch Party and live show. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. as the Grizz battle the Miami Heat. And here's the kicker. Every beer purchase enters you into our raffle for huge prizes. Grind City gift cards, exclusive merch, Grizz tickets, Alabama Shakes tickets, and more. Cold beer, live music, big game energy. Don't miss Frosted, only at Grind City Brewing. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Welcome back to the Two Buck Sports Show Wednesday edition of the show. I'm Uncle Buck. Rusty is here with me. We are the Bucks 2. The Bucks 2 here on Bluff City Media. Listen, I don't know. Are we pivoting?
You want to do that segment now?
Oh,
We
I
have-
don't know if breaking news.
Breaking news.
Something that we are passionate about.
Mhm.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
And according to NBC News, a U.S. District Court judge has agreed with Buffalo Wild Wings' stance to continue allowing them to call boneless chicken wings, despite the fact that there have never and will never be a bone in the chicken wing to be removed.
Mhm.
They are chicken nuggets, or as the plaintiff recommended, chicken poppers. If you read the whole article,
Chicken poppers.
This is America at its finest.
Mhm.
We create
We're
content,
solving the important issue.
except for the fact that the issue wasn't solved here. And so the U.S. District Court judge in Illinois upholding Buffalo Wild Wings' boneless chicken wings, calling it boneless chicken wings, is a travesty to the people.
Yeah, and I
Does.
think the next thing we need to do is go make sure that we clarify that it's not from Buffalo either, because they're not Buffalo parts, like they're actually chicken wings.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
And I don't think
these
they
are
ever
clearly-
stopped by Buffalo, New York on the way
No.
to the local Buffalo Wild Wings in your hometown.
I don't think so. And it's sad to see the state of this country when we won't call them what they are, and they are like adult chicken nuggets. Like, these are chicken nuggets for adults. Just know that if we go out sometime, we're out at a bar, and you order boneless wings, I will judge you. Like,
Yeah.
it will tell me
In the
everything I
year
need to
of
know
our
about
Lord.
your character.
In the year of our Lord 2026, in which high schools around the country are putting in litter boxes because people are saying that they are cats, and we are, I cannot call a chicken nugget what it actually is. I have to refer to it as a boneless wing. That is,
I refuse.
no, not in my world. Not in
The only thing that might be worse than that is calling it a chicken popper. This is the American South. Ain't nothing
Well, you
down here.
know-
Like, I'll give you like a jalapeno popper, like that's fine, but a chicken popper, it is not.
I read the whole article during the lunch break. It's a good read, but the whole Nexus event that happened. Let me find the guy's name. He sued because what he ordered is what he wanted was deboned chicken wings.
Mm.
He wanted boneless. He wanted traditional chicken wings without the bone in them,
Mhm.
and they served him boneless wings, chicken nuggets. Okay.
Yeah.
And he was upset about it, and
Lord.
which I think is right and wrong. My man, what? Let me find his name. It's a weird name. So, Amen, Aimen. We're gonna call him Amen.
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 Is it Thompson?
Amen Halam. Halim.
No.
Halam.
Halam.
Yeah. Amen. He ordered chicken wings, traditional chicken wings, but he wanted them deboned. Which, how pompous of a man do you have to be
Yeah.
to want somebody to debone your chicken wing?
Like, that
However,
sounds some like King Louis III type beat. Like, you like that.
I will have my wings and I will have them deboned, and I will
That's
have
Chris
3
Perry.
wet naps on the rim of the plate. Not
And I like a beer in a bottle, cold.
exactly 34 degrees.
With no frosted mug, apparently.
Yeah.
Man,
he's-
we cover
he's-
the important issues here on the $2 Sports Show, including the naming of wings. And shout out to those of you who are real ball knowers and eat bone-in traditional wings. Y'all are the people that this country is founded on, not you
Yeah.
people who eat adult chicken wings or chicken
No.
nuggets. Excuse me.
Yeah, I refuse to call boneless wings boneless wings. They are chicken nuggets, chicken tender sauce nuggets,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even mind if you order them.
Yeah,
Just don't call them chicken wings.
just don't call them chicken wings. Not around me. I will call the police. Just know that I will call the police if that's what you do.
I guarantee you, the judge that gave Trinidad another year would agree with me. Okay, let's get a Mississippi judge involved, and we will forever change the Buffalo Wild Wings menu.
I just need a high calorie judge. Like, I just need a high calorie judge who's built like me, and I walk in and be like, "Are they wings or are they nuggets?" And he's gonna be like, "Nuggets, done."
Yeah, it's easy. We can do this in chambers. We don't even have to bring in a jury.
No,
we
I just
we
need
don't
to
need to
find-
do. We don't need to do discovery
Just
or.
point me to your most robust judge, and I will get this issue solved.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Judge Judy would not be on our side. But what's the opposite?
Yeah,
Of Judge Judy.
We need to
Judge
find Kevin
Gordy?
Malone.
Judge
Kevin
Gordy.
Malone.
Yeah. And Cohen, I do get a little pretentious with my wings. Because I do want flats. I will pay the extra $1 or whatever they call it, Buffalo Wild Wings, because they do upcharge you a little bit, and I'm fine with it. But I do prefer flats.
Same. I'll eat drums. I am not picky, as you can tell. I am pudgy, not picky, and I'll eat drums. I'll eat flats, but I do prefer flats for sure. And King Meeks is asking, what is your best flavor wing go to?
Oh, listen. I do. If we're talking like mom and pop place, I'm a big proponent of asking the chef, "What's your favorite?" If it's a mom and pop place, or they had the wing festival at Grind City Brewing Company, it's like, "What do you do the best?" I do that at every little mom and pop place. What do you do the best? And if I'm going to like a chain, like at Buffalo Wild Wings, for instance, I love the jam and jalapeno. That's one of my favorites. I like the Thai curry at Buffalo Wild Wings. But any place that's like a mom and pop place, like Grandma's Hands that we love, any Memphis place that you could take me to, I'm not just going to look at the menu and make my own decision. I'm going to ask them like, "Hey, what do you recommend?" And I'm going to go with it every time.
So for me, I like spicy. It's got to be spicy. And I like to split them in half. If I go to Wingstop or if I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I do like a good lemon pepper. Shout out King Meeks. I like a garlic parm.
Yeah.
I like I'm more of a dry rub guy. Like I like a dry rub heat on them. I almost saw God that day. I ate that Reaper pepper at the Wing Fest when they had 40 something Carolina Reapers in it, and I about died. There's video evidence on our social media page. Go check that out. But Drew, I've got the best wing I've ever had, and this is a deep track. This is honey gold, Edward, to answer your question here. Honey gold over barbecue for me for sure.
Yeah, I won't do typically just a straight barbecue.
If I'm making them at home, I will, but I won't go buy somebody else's. Like I'll do them occasionally at home with a good smoky or spicy barbecue sauce. But this is a deep track and probably an inside niche wing that only a few people in our audience will get. There used to be a restaurant that Drew and I frequent here in Corinth that did not survive COVID and right after. And RIP to Smith, downtown Corinth. They did trashed wings where they would fry them. They had a buffalo barbecue sauce that they would take it out, dip it in that, and throw it in the hottest grease that they had to blacken it. And so it was double fried with the buffalo barbecue sauce, blackened wings. And when I tell you that is the best, and like it always, because of that, it was so juicy on the inside. Immunity for what I'm about to say, but when you would bite it, it would explode. Like it was just so tender. But the trashed wings from Smith will forever be the most legendary wing I ever had.
Oh yeah. Russell, what was his wife's name?
Julia.
They really cracked the code there and offered an alternative that you just don't see. You don't see the game change a lot with wings. Outside of flavors, but a new way of cooking wings was wild, and the trashed wings at Smith were incredible. And they would double, when you double fry them, it becomes crispy and it's almost it's not a wet wing anymore. But then they would put more barbecue, they put more sauce on the side for you to dip it in like ranch. I mean, it was great.
That is the goated wing. Edward, like. And I'm not doing it justice. Like I could never do it justice in describing the flavor.
It looks burnt when you see them. They look burnt.
Like they're black. They come out looking burnt. But when you bite in, the flavor was incredible. Dipping it in their sauce was incredible. The trash sauce. And I am a blue cheese guy through and through. I love blue cheese on my salads, and I like blue cheese on my wings.
Yeah, I'm not a blue cheese guy, and I'm not really a ranch guy either. I will. Like, for instance, this started with Buffalo Wild Wings. I ate a lot of Buffalo Wild Wings like everybody did in college, everything else. I was always the ranch with the carrots, but rarely do I use the ranch with the wings.
That's fair. I like it. I like the combo, but my first wing is always just how it comes. Like I'll eat it with
raw,
just raw, just to get the flavor of the sauce. And then I might add a little bit to it. And Drew and I have the same answer to this. The best food at the FedEx Forum is when you walk in the front door, you walk up the steps over to the left. It's this little Memphis establishment called Tacos and Ganas. So they do these deep fried tacos that are and this slaw that is incredible. My God. They're expensive, but they're worth every freaking penny.
Yeah, it's like $7 a taco, but
but they're worth it because you get the slaw and little sauce packets that are impossible to open, but worth it when you get in there. But Tacos and Ganas is phenomenal.
Wait, does Tacos and Ganas have wings? Is that what Edward is saying?
I need to know this answer because I'm leaving, going back to Memphis from Corinth this afternoon.
And I may be leaving and going to Memphis right now.
We'll go straight to Tacos and Ganas if they have wings, or the best wings are just at the Forum. Is maybe what he's saying, because if Tacos and Ganas does wings, this show might end now, and I'm gonna get some.
I'm getting a call.
I'll pick you up in Walnut.
Yeah. So.
But as we come full circle back to the topics here at hand, the Memphis Grizzlies are out of any and all playoff races as we head forward. But I figured we take a look at the NBA standings and kind of talk about who we think are going to be the best and most likely teams to come out of the East and Western Conference this year. We'll start with the Eastern Conference, Drew, as the Detroit Pistons have a 5.5 game over the team that everybody expected to be in the race for the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics, right? With no Jason Tatum.
That's
the Celtics
a surprise at both, in both senses.
Yeah. I mean, you got no Tatum. Jaylen Brown is playing at an MVP caliber season for them. They've had a lot of role players stepping up. Luka Garza has been a pretty, not the best Luka in the NBA, but the second best Luka in the NBA.
That's probably fair.
That's fair. And then the Knicks are in third, 6 games out. The Cavs, the Raptors, and the 76ers are the 6 teams in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Who of that bunch, Drew, who do you think has got the best chance to come out and represent the Eastern Conference?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like it's wide open. I feel like what could be the scariest team is Philly, if I'm being honest. You know, when we're talking about it at the start, before the season started, I made the case for Philly and for the Clippers for the same reason. Like, everything is about what if they can stay healthy, if they can stay healthy. But if they just stay healthy, why would both of these teams not lead their conferences? Yeah. And of course now LA is, traded off all their assets, but they won like 18 out of the last 20 games, and then Harden asked for a trade, and then they traded Zubac, and kind of everything. We'll see what the back half of the season is. But then you saw Philly with Maxey is awesome. Embiid is playing. Edgecombe is awesome.
So good.
I don't see a reason why they shouldn't be bad or shouldn't be good. And so they're kind of like a scary team to me. And I just kind of have to think that I want to say Detroit. I do. I want to say Detroit, but it's their first kind of crack at it. I know they made it to the second round last year. And so if we're talking about finals appearances, maybe 1 year away, but they're mopping the floor with the Eastern Conference right now. But if it's not them, I would have to probably go with the experience, the guys who know how to do it, and that would be Boston. Cleveland figures it out with Harden or something, something like that. But
listen, I don't trust Philly until
Knicks. That's
I get it. I don't trust Philly. I don't trust Embiid to stay healthy. I don't trust that team to be able to take the next step.
Nor should you.
I don't trust them until I see it. I don't trust the Knicks because they just seem to fall apart in the playoffs. Doesn't matter who the coach is. Doesn't matter who's leading that team. Feet to the fire. If I had to pick somebody right now, it's Boston. They've got the experience. They've done it before. Again, Jaylen Brown has been awesome this year for them. That team they're playing really well. They're 24-13 against the conference. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're just a team that has that experience. Detroit doesn't have the experience. Cade is my guy. I think he's going to be an MVP in this league sooner rather than later. I think that Detroit's going to be good for a while. They can keep that core together. Oscar Thompson is really kind of coming into his own as a defender. Jalen Duren is awesome. Like, that team is really, really stacked. But like the Grizzlies, they hadn't proven anything, and they're still a team that has to get their lumps and bruises before they get there. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a deep run to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, but I'm still going to roll with Boston until proven otherwise, just because they are the team that has that experience like you were talking about.
Yeah, the Knicks kind of fit that for me. They're the favorite. So
I was about to say, in the Eastern Conference Championship, over on FanDuel, you can place early wagers now. The Knicks are plus 350. The Pistons, Cavs tied at plus 360, and the Celtics are plus 370. It is a 4-team race in the Eastern Conference, Drew, and I think this is going to come down to what team is hot at the right time, what team is healthy at the right time. And FanDuel thinks it's a 4-team race here, with the odds being split by 20 points here.
Yeah, and speaking of healthy at the right time, Jason Tatum coming back could swing this one way or the other. You know, he could be amazing, or he could be adding in a wrinkle in which they're used to not playing
the chemistry.
with, you know?
Yeah, could disrupt the chemistry for sure. And hey, listen, Boston, if you don't want to fool with it, if you're worried about it, he likes Memphis. He's got some ties to Memphis. We've got good wings in Memphis. We'll take Jason Tatum off your hands. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll do you the favor of taking Jason Tatum, and we'll return to you, you know, maybe a John Morant 1-for-1.
And hey, listen, we'll even I'll throw a 2031 first round draft pick in there. Y'all can have that one from 2031. I mean, y'all can have it.
We're doing them a favor by getting rid of getting Jason Tatum and restoring chemistry.
That's fair, but I'm also in good faith. I'd like to offer them a future first round pick in 2031.
Can you imagine how much Boston fans would hate John Morant? I mean, Boston fans are notoriously pretty.
He wouldn't survive a Tuesday night game up there. If he quit like that Laker game, oh my God! They would have to him. They'd have to put him in bubble wrap to get him off the court.
I mean, Boston fans are known to prefer guys like Peyton Pritchard. You know,
yeah.
So yeah, John.
But a guy who quits mid game, who bails on his team and sulks and pouts, like. He would be his life would be in danger.
Yeah,
his life would be in danger. But over in the Western Conference, it's a little bit different story. Drew, currently the Oklahoma City Thunder are up 3 games on the Spurs in first place, followed again by the Spurs, Nuggets, Rockets, Lakers, and Timberwolves. The first place to 6th place is separated by 8 games in the Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, it's 10.5 games. But it feels like the Thunder are kind of still the team to beat. They've been unhealthy. They're 5-5 in their last 10. SGA's been beat up. Teams have kind of been more physical with them and kind of giving you some recipe there. But it still feels like the Thunder are the runaway favorites. But if you had to pick somebody other than the Thunder, who's a team that you wouldn't be surprised come out of the Western Conference?
I'll give you 2. One, San Antonio. Like, listen, the whole hadn't been there doesn't apply to Wemby, in my opinion. He is an exception to every rule. Like, Wemby can do it. I don't care if it's his 3rd year. I don't care if he doesn't have his scars. Wemby can do it. The other one, like, we cannot dismiss the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've been to 2 straight Western Conference.
That was the team
finals.
I was going to say.
We forget about that. We forget about the fact that Minnesota has been to 2 straight Western Conference finals. Lost both of them, one to Dallas, one to Oklahoma City. But Ant is the face of the American basketball movement right now.
And he's a killer. Like, he is a killer.
He is an absolute killer. So yeah, Minnesota for me is the long shot, I guess.
Yeah, for me, it would be the 2 teams. The Spurs, like you said, I'm not sure that they're there from an experience, but as long as you have Wemby and Stephon Castle, I think you've got a pretty good shot. Those are 2 guys that can carry a team in the playoffs, I think. Ant does look like he took another step, as Edward says here. I was going to say Minnesota as kind of the long shot as well. They played together a while. They were there the last 2 years. It feels like they're ready for a breakthrough, and that team is just deep. The other team, again, who else has been there but the Denver Nuggets? As long as Nikola Jokic is healthy and playing basketball, if Aaron Gordon can come back from that hamstring issue, Peyton Watson has been really, really good for them this year, basically relegating Cam Johnson to as-needed status. Bruce Brown has been really good off the bench for them. I would trust the Nuggets because they have championship pedigree and they have the best player in the world in Nikola Jokic on that team. And FanDuel agrees with that take. Over on FanDuel for the Western Conference champions, the Thunder are minus 135, the Nuggets plus 370, and the Spurs, 3rd best odds, plus 650. After that, the odds go up to like plus 1,500. They believe it is a 3-horse race in the Western Conference, Drew.
Well, then absolutely a hammer Minnesota, in my opinion. If you're getting plus 1,500 for the team that's made it to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row, and there's been no difference to their roster, I mean, what is the one thing that they don't have this year that they had the previous 2 years? I mean, they had Cat 2 years ago, and they got rid of him, and then they went back with Randall and DiVincenzo. So give me Minnesota. I mean, they traded Mike Conley and then got Mike Conley back.
Yeah, so, that tells you everything. And then they got that.
Did they end up with Kobe White? Where did Kobe White land?
He's in Charlotte. Who's that guy that they traded for? I could look it up, but it would take a while. They just got him at the deadline.
Well, that was the Kobe White trade, right?
Yeah, but
Ayo
Dosunmu, that's it.
Yeah,
he's been really, really good for them. Dosunmu, he had 20 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds in their last game against Dallas. Since coming over to Minnesota, he's athletic, he fits. Like, he's going to be a good flyer for this team that already has really good shooting, that's deep, that plays well together. Plus, they got Captain, my captain back. I think that Minnesota is a team that if you want to throw some money on over on FanDuel, you could stand to make a pretty dull hair off of that.
Yeah, I would be all in on a small to medium sized bet on Minnesota making the Western Conference Finals. Again, there's only one of these teams that's going to make it to the finals. So if you put these up against each other and you say that either if seeding stays the same. So that that Minnesota and Denver are going. Denver and San Antonio are going to play each other in the semifinal, Western semis. Then Oklahoma City and you can 2 teams make it. 2 teams make it. That's what these numbers are for. And so it's not like I'm picking Minnesota to win the West, but to get there, 1,500 odds, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds. Last thing, a couple baseball games last night. Ole Miss and Mississippi State did win in a very brief college baseball segment. And what is more electric than a freshman phenom who shares the name with a TV character who also wears the number from the TV show? I'm talking about Jack Bauer from Mississippi State. He touched 100 with a fastball last night at some dude's chin and then backs it up with an 85-mile-an-hour slider. He did not miss the assignment and wore 24 as his number. Looked good as Mississippi State won last night, 13-7 over Troy, playing it on Wednesday night. I just thought the irony was great, especially as you put it in the group chat last night that you hate that.
There's nothing I hate more than Jack Bauer playing for Mississippi State, because there has been probably no TV show that in the moment I love more than 24. Like we binged 24 before that was even a thing. We bought the DVDs, and my parents and I would stay home from friends' houses as a teenager to watch 24 with my parents. I loved Jack Bauer and loved that show.
Yeah, great show.
Just an amazing concept of a show. It's got the greatest TV president ever in David Palmer, in my opinion. I can't remember the guy's name. He was the Allstate guy for a long time. Tall black guy with a really warming, comforting voice. I loved 24, and I despise the fact that Jack Bauer plays for Mississippi State.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's great. And he's wearing number 24. Shout out to the freshman phenom. He's going to be a special kid in Starkville.
Ole Miss did the thing where you were talking about when you played against the team from the Delta and you started screwing around and doing in between. Ole Miss had 5 errors and a walk-off win against Arkansas State. Yeah, so we're going to redeem it. We got another game this afternoon against Jackson State, in which we'll probably beat them by 50.
I think we got Delaware or somebody like that. It's another Northeast team on Wednesday or tomorrow. On Thursday. We play tomorrow night, and then we'll talk about the weekend series coming up as we get closer to that, and we'll preview more NBA throughout the rest of the week. But that's going to do it for your Wednesday edition of the 2 Bucks Sports Show. I appreciate the comments. We had all the old favorites here hanging out with us, popping off as always. Y'all helped with the wing conversation. We appreciate that. If y'all are still here, and we see several of y'all still watching on YouTube, if you are, give us a like on the way out the door. Come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel to hang out with us and talk buffoonery and sports and all the things. I am Rusty Witten. This is Drew Gann. We are the 2 Bucks. Y'all go be a friend to somebody who needs a friend. And Drew, tell them why there are no refunds.
That's right, because with the 2 Bucks, you always get what you pay for, and you better not ever pay for chicken nuggets at a wing restaurant.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.